Hello everyone, welcome to Farming Simulator 22, No Man's Land, where we will be turning this barren piece of wasteland into a luxury mega farm. Also, to anyone who's new, welcome to the channel. Thanks for stopping by. In this episode we will kick off the series by placing our first buildings, decorating and organising our fields. As you probably saw in the opening shots, we have 6 plots of land. They're only tiny plots, and we will be expanding that as the series goes on. In this series, I hope to include some tips and tricks, time lapses, because we all know I love a time lapse, and general farm build and gameplay, all of that good stuff. At some point, I hope for us to have at least 3 production chains. I think that would be nice. Post in the comments if there's any particular production chains you'd like to see. I aim to upload 2 to 3 times a week. If that's of interest to you and you enjoy the content, then please stick around and consider subscribing, liking and sharing. This will help the channel to gain a further reach and at the same time enable me to keep making these videos. With that being said, let's jump into the farm build with a nice time lapse, which includes an awesome piece of music by Fredj. Link will be in description for the track, and I'll see you back here in a minute. Alrighty, we're back. Let's go ahead and grab the mower. Okay, so what we've done so far is placed a biogas silage plant, which is our first production. Ultimately, I don't want to spend too much time on grass. I feel like that's been done enough already. But what we can do is turn some of it into hay and into silage. And that's going to come in really handy as far as food goes, for feeding different animal groups later on. Should we choose to go in that direction with our productions, of course. But seeing as we are on a barren piece of wasteland and we have absolutely no fields to work with yet, whatever we do, we're going to have to take off the top layer. So we may as well take off the top layer of grass once at least. I think I've already seen a nice little area over here where we can cover approximately 3 plots. That would be plots 13, 14 and 15. As I say, I want to make this a one-time thing, cutting the grass, so if we can get some nice big long straight lines and make the process as easy as possible at the start, that'll help us out tremendously. I'm hoping by doing that we won't have to come back to doing grass again. Well, hopefully in the series. I want to make this a one-time grass cutting thing, stock our food, stock our barn, and to stock our grass, silo, silage, production, thingamy-bob. Now that we've got her up and running, what I'm going to go ahead and do is do an outline of the 3 plots that we're going to be mowing. So I'm not going to be using the AI workers here, but I will be using the cruise control while we open the map. By doing this, we can maintain the vehicle driving in a straight line and get a good gauge of where we are in position-wise to our fields, as you'll see here. I find the cruise control feature a really handy tool to use in this situation. It just makes planning a whole lot easier. I'm not going to show me cutting all of that grass. I'll be skipping ahead through parts of it. With the power of editing, it will only take a minute or 2. Okay, so we're just finishing up the outline now. It didn't take too long really. Once we have this outline done, we'll be able to see better what we're dealing with. Something I did want to mention was the giveaways that we'll be doing on the channel, which will include anything from gaming equipment to iTunes vouchers to games themselves. I've set pretty small milestones for those. Again, feel free to check in the description for more information regarding that. We will skip ahead here to a time when all this grass is cut. Just going to tidy up these edges and we'll be done. Now that did take a bit longer, I can't lie, but it's all done now. We can start thinking about windrowing it. I think what we'll do is take the old girl back to the bar, give her a wash. It's her first outing and she looks absolutely filthy. While we're waiting for that to happen, this might be a good time for me to tell you a little bit about myself. For anyone that doesn't know me, my name is Brian. I'm a middle-aged guy with the heart of a teenager. I've always loved my gaming. I've seen games come from a ball bouncing between 2 walls, basically to where we are now. To see what they can do nowadays with graphics absolutely blows my mind. Just phenomenal. Some of the textures and views really are gorgeous. I knew I was going to wind up hitting one of these trees eventually. Definitely going to get those paths placed in there and a couple of those trees removed. Now, last time I came here to wash the mower, I was using the jet wash and I must have moved a couple of metres away from it. And Karen comes running out of the store and starts telling me to put it away. I said, Karen, I've paid for it. Still she harps on, put it away. You're too far away from it. You're trying to steal it. I was no more than 2 metres away. So, fingers crossed, we don't see that old dragon today. I was actually in 2 minds about adding my voice to the content, if I'm honest. Speaking on a microphone for the first time is quite nerve-wracking. So I was toying with the idea of just doing the time-lapse videos that I've been doing. But, with some encouragement from friends and family, I say a lot of encouragement from friends and family, I've decided to give this a go. So You guys will have to let me know what you prefer, whether it's the time-lapse videos only, or whether you prefer to hear me talking in them as well. Post in the comments to let me know. That being said, I apologise in advance for any poor audio quality, or any sounds of nerves in my voice. It'll only get better over time. The more my confidence grows, the more you'll see my true character. I think that's enough about me for now. We're going to take the 𝐿 windrower over to our cut grass and get it into some nice lines ready to pick up with either the forage harvester, or not the forage harvester, the forage wagon, or we may even put them into silage bales straight away. Hear the crisp sounds of those trees falling. Really impressive. What I think we'll do here is jump into another little time lapse. I'm just going to knock these 3 trees down in this area, make a little path. I'm going to move across to that other little section as well and repeat the same process. I'm literally going to remove 2 to 3 trees, put down a nice little dirt path and just make things a whole more comfortable. So I'll see you back here again in a minute.
I wore a crown, had the world in my hand, ruler of land. I never looked back, I never looked back. And nothing was crushed, no bruises and scars, no bloody wars, no dream turned to dust, no dream turned to dust. When I go back, I want to, but time carries on, we grew up too soon.
Okay, we're back once again. Awesome. That only took a few minutes, and it's really going to make commuting across the farm a much more comfortable and realistic experience. Did you see the deers? How cool was that? I'm pretty sure I saw 3. Was there 3? I mean, with my eyes there may have been 1 with triple vision. Now for me, windrowing has always been one of the more enjoyable tasks to do in the game. I find it quite therapeutic and I'm actually looking forward to it, especially in this new version of Farming Simulator, where we should get to see some really nice graphics with the grass going through. It's been quite a long first day in No Man's Land, but that was to be expected, with it being the first episode of the series of course, and I think we've made some really good progress already. Comment below any production change you'd like to see in the series. We have the oil mill, the grain mill, the cereal factory, there's a bakery one, a carpentry one, dairy production one, and I believe there's also a tailor shop in this one, and probably some more that I haven't mentioned. And then we also have animals. We've got obviously the pigs, the cows, the sheep, chickens, and again there's probably a few more I haven't mentioned there. So get thinking, get posting in the comments below. What productions would you like to see? Which also reminds me, at some point it'd be nice to name the farm, and I think that I'll leave that down to the viewers, you guys. Feel free to post some suggestions below, and I'll pick one of them, seems the most appealing. Question for you eagle-eyed viewers at the end of the episode. Or maybe a guesstimation challenge, we'll see. As I'm quite fond of the windrowing, I think I'll show a little bit more of that than we did with the mowing. At the same time, we won't show all of it, so I'll see you back here in a minute or two.
Summer's gone, I'm latching on. Don't even know your name, but you're still in my head. Underneath rays of gold, your body, you're so close. No, I can't forget, no. When I saw you on the dance floor, oh, I saw you who saw me first. I guess it's history now, and I shouldn't care, but it still hurts. I didn't realize the danger, cause you're the end of the rainbow, and the music was so loud. Didn't catch your name over this crowd. Girl, you should wear a name tag, cause all I wanna do is to know your name. Girl, you should wear a name tag, that's the only way that I get your name. Girl, you should wear a name tag, it's too important to be your name. People go insane when you walk by. Girl, you should wear a name tag.
That's a heck of a lot of grass there. So I think the question stroke guesstimation challenge for this episode will be, regardless of whether we bow some, bunker some for silage, or tether some for hay and store it in our hay loft, how many litres in total do you think we'll get from this field? For anyone who's new, I'll give you a clue. It will be in the thousands. Comment below with your predictions. Now, as far as tasks go, that pretty much wraps up day one on the farm. I'll finish up by connecting the paths, decorating our little farmhouse, which one day we will upgrade to something much bigger and grander, and more fitting, of course, of a mega farm. I'd like to take this opportunity to say thanks again for stopping by. You made it this far. A quick reminder that I upload a minimum of twice a week, and I hope to do a little bit more than that in the future, if and when the channel grows. If that's of interest to you and you've enjoyed today's content, please consider subscribing and hitting that thumbs up button. And why not give the bell a little tickle too. Alright folks, I'll see you in the next one. Enjoy the final time lapse. Happy New Year to everyone. And remember, be nice to each other.